Hello all, once again this is Suresh Goel signing in. I hope that you all are doing very well and you can follow me on this link. Please don't forget to recommend this lesson and you can just click over here and there's a recommend tab. So by clicking on that you can just recommend this lesson. Shoot all your questions in the comment box, whatever query you are having related to this lecture or related to any other thing which is actually coming in the domain of spoken English or English, you can just ask that. Okay, feel free to do that. Now in this lecture I'm going to talk about concept of permission. Like we actually come across a lot of situations when we need to ask others to do something, and that's where we need concept of permission. Like we need the statements by which we can make formal permissions, by which we can actually make sentences which are very effective to be used to just get permission to do something. Okay, so that is what we are going to talk about in this lecture. Moving on, now here we have some 4 types of permission. If you just see here, would you mind if I action, do you mind if I action, do you think I could action, is it all right if I action? Okay, now if you remember, in the last 2 lectures we talked about the concept of request, and in that we also talked about the sentences like would you mind if I asked you to, or would you mind action plus ing. So in that case I told you in that lecture, I told you the difference between request and permission. That is, whenever I am asking you to do something for me, then it's a request. Whenever I am requesting you to do something for me, then it's a request. And whenever I'm just asking you that can I do this, can I do that, then in that case it's a permission. I'm actually taking your permission so that I can do this or I can do that. So that is the basic difference between permission and request. When I'm doing something after taking your permission, then it's permission, and when I'm asking you to do something by requesting you, then it's a request. So now we are going to talk about permissions, like how to take permissions to do something. Okay, so these are some very formal ways of taking permission. So moving on, just talking about them one by one. Before just talking about them one by one, there's one more important point. Just like in the concept of request, again I'm having would you mind. That means बुरा तो नहीं मानोगे, बुरा तो नहीं मानोगे अगर मैं ये कर दूं तो. That is a permission I am asking for. But यहाँ पे I am starting up with would you mind, बुरा तो नहीं मानोगे. तो again, if I want to approve, if I want to say कि if I want to allow him to do that, then in that case my answer would be negative. Because the question is क्या बुरा तो नहीं मानोगे, would you mind, बुरा तो नहीं मानोगे. So the question would be, answer should be नहीं मानूंगा बुरा. That means the answer should be negative if I want to allow him to do that thing for what he is making a statement to just allow him to do something. So I'll have to make a negative statement if I want to allow him. Whenever a permission is asked in this way, would you mind or do you mind. Okay, so when the question is would you mind if I switched off the fan, क्या आप बुरा तो नहीं मानोगे अगर मैं फैन बंद कर दूं तो actually I am taking your permission कि आप permit कर रहे हो फैन बंद करने के लिए या नहीं. So when I am saying बुरा तो नहीं मानोगे, now if you permit, then you will say no, not at all, बुरा नहीं मानूंगा बिल्कुल कर दो, no, not at all. Or you can say no, go ahead, बिल्कुल नहीं मानूंगा जाओ कर दो. And if you are saying yes, sure, that means you would mind. That means आप बुरा मानोगे. That means you are declining. You are saying no. You are not allowing me to switch off the fan. I hope the things are quite clear. So similarly, do you mind if I latch the door? No, go ahead. बिल्कुल नहीं बुरा मानूंगा, बिल्कुल जाके उसको चटकनी लगा दो गेट की. Okay. Moving on, I will be taking separately all those 4 type of statements. The first one is would you mind if I action. So here I have would you mind if I spoke against you. Again, because I am using here would you mind, that is why the action would be in the second form, because I am using would you mind here, therefore the action would be in the second form. Okay, so would you mind if I spoke against you. कैसे बोलेंगे, would you mind if I spoke against you. And the second is would you mind if I went with him. So in both of these statements you can see that the action is in the second form, because I have already imagined the scenario कि क्या आप बुरा मानते अगर मैंने किया होता. Would you mind if I spoke against you. तो क्या आप बुरा मानते अगर मैं आपके खिलाफ बोला होता. तो actually I am taking a permission by just creating a whole scenario and now you will react on that scenario, whether you would mind or you would not. Okay, so would you mind if I spoke against you? No, just do what your heart asked you to do. नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं, आप वो करो जो आपका दिल आपसे कह रहा है करने के लिए. Similarly, would you mind if I went with him? क्या आप बुरा मानते हैं अगर मैं उसके साथ जाता? Sorry, but. Now here I am saying sorry, but that means I am declining. I am saying no. I am not allowing. Okay, but again, I am not allowing, but not very bluntly. I am giving a specific reason, and that is why I am starting off with sorry, but. Just like we did in the concept of request. Okay. The next could be, would you mind if I turned? Now here it should be turned. There's a mistake. It should be turned. So would you mind if I turned down the volume? बुरा तो नहीं मानते अगर मैं वॉल्यूम कम कर देता तो it would be no, not at all. जी बिल्कुल बुरा नहीं मानता. Please make sure it should be turned. If I turned, okay, it should be second form. Moving on, I have some more examples. Now here I am starting off with do you mind. That is why I am going to use first form of the action, like if I slap, if I write, if I don't. Okay, here I am saying कि अगर मैं ये कर दूंगा तो आप बुरा तो नहीं मानोगे. Now I am, the scenario is in present कि अगर मैं ये कर दूंगा तो बुरा तो नहीं मानोगे, आप फ्यूचर में बुरा तो नहीं मानोगे. It is something like this. Okay, so the question is, do you mind if I don't attend tomorrow's class? Tomorrow's class, अगर मैं कल की क्लास अटेंड नहीं करूं तो क्या आप बुरा मानेंगे? Yes, I do. हाँ जी, मैं बुरा मानूंगा. Do you mind if I slap him tightly? क्या आप बुरा मानेंगे अगर मैं उसको बहुत टाइटली चाटा मार दूं? Well, the problem is, actually problem ये है, and you can just give the reason, specific reason, whatever the reason is. Do you mind if I write something here? क्या आप बुरा मानेंगे अगर मैं यहाँ पे कुछ लिख दूंगा? Yes, I do. You can say हाँ जी मैं बिल्कुल बुरा मानूंगा. Yes, I do. Or you can say not at all. Go ahead. बिल्कुल भी नहीं, आप लिखिए जो आपको लिखना है. Go ahead. Okay. Moving on, I can have the sentences in this way also. Do you think I could shut the door? Now this is actually some very casual way and very good way of saying asking for permission. Some, when we are having colleagues, when we are working in a company and we have various colleagues to work with, and in that way, that time, that is the environment where we can use such sentences. Okay, like I can say, do you think I could shut the door? Now these sentences are actually spoken with a smile on the face. क्या तुम्हें लगता है कि मुझे डोर बंद कर देना चाहिए? तो इट्स एक्चुअली अ स्मार्ट वे ऑफ आस्किंग फॉर परमिशन. ओके, डू यू थिंक आई कुड शट द डोर? क्या तुम्हें लगता है मुझे डोर बंद कर देना चाहिए? यस, गो अहेड. हाँ जी, बिल्कुल कर देना चाहिए. डू यू थिंक आई कुड चीट इन माई एग्जाम? तुम्हें लगता है कि मुझे चीटिंग करनी चाहिए अपने एग्जाम्स में? वेल, यू जस्ट कांट डू दैट. नाउ हियर आई हैव डिक्लाइंड इट एंड वेरी अब्रप्टली कि बिल्कुल नहीं करनी चाहिए, नहीं करोगे तुम, नहीं कर सकते. ओके. Do you think I could skip tomorrow's lecture? क्या तुम्हें लगता है कि मुझे कल का लेक्चर स्किप कर देना चाहिए? Certainly, कर भी सकते हो, देख लो. It's up to you. Okay. Similarly, I have some more examples starting with is it all right? This is also one more way of saying for asking for permission. So is it all right if I go out with my friends? क्या ठीक रहेगा अगर मैं अपने दोस्तों के साथ बाहर चला जाऊँ तो? Now generally students ask their parents about the same. Is it all right if I go out with my friends? Now parents will say yes, that's fine. हाँ जी बिल्कुल चले जाओ. Now the next question which the students will ask is it all right if I come late in the night? Now that is the next question. Is it all right if I come late in the night? Obviously the parents are going to say no, and they are not going to say no by beating around the bush, घुमा फिरा के जिससे आपको बुरा ना लगे. They are going to say abruptly no means no. Okay. The next is it all right if I don't go swimming class today? क्या ठीक रहेगा अगर मैं swimming class नहीं जाऊँ आज? Yes, it's okay. हाँ जी बिल्कुल मत जाओ, ठीक है. So this is how we can take permissions. Okay, this is how we can take permissions whenever we just want to do something and we cannot do without your permission. So this is how we can ask for permission to other people if I want to do something. So that's all for this lecture. We'll be taking some more permission sentences in the next lecture. Thank you very much. This is Suyash Goyal signing off.